believe it was around 2014, they upgraded all of their sensors and all of their capabilities on their jets, and immediately started seeing these things. They started seeing these things, and they think these things had always been there. They just didn't have the ability to recognize them.
That makes sense.
And he said they're moving in a way that cannot be explained by anything that we know currently.
I think it's improbable that we're out here by ourselves.
I think we'd be watched, just like, have you seen Chimp Nation?
No, I saw you post about it the other day.
Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. But these, they're watching these chimps. They're watching them create chaos. They're watching them fight over food. They're watching them, control territory. It's what we do. We watch intelligent species, because a chimp is an intelligent species compared to most animals. They do things that are far more interesting. They act in packs. They have social hierarchy systems. They communicate with each other. They have a very complex social structure, just like us. Just like us. We're just a more advanced version of that. And if they're a more advanced version of us, I would imagine they would watch us the way we watch those chimps. They don't interfere. They make their presence known. They're always there, but they don't do anything. So they allow these chimps to behave just like chimps. And if I was an alien and I wanted to study human beings, I would do that. I would just make my presence known occasionally, watch from afar, and as their ability to understand what's out there increases, humans, then they're going to become more aware of these things that have always been there. And then they'll have to start talking about it. And if they really have recovered something, like there's a Moment of Contact documentary about Varginha, Brazil in 1996, and the whole town experienced these UFO sightings and this crash. There was like a crazy thunder lightning storm, and one of them crashed, and they recovered bodies. And one of the soldiers that carried these bodies, he died of this horrific bacterial infection that they could not fix. They didn't know what it was. He was a young, healthy guy. And right after he contacted this thing, he carried this thing. They put it in the back of a car and drove it to several different hospitals. They did an autopsy on this thing. There's doctors that were there. Everyone's terrified to talk about. The Air Force flew in, and they flew in to Varginha and recovered whatever the fuck it was and took it with them. So the United States Air Force did. So what was that about? Is that real? Do they really have these things? Do they have multiple ones? This is Bob Lazar was saying this in the 1980s. He was saying that they hired him to back engineer something that they had recovered. And he also said that one of the things that they recovered was from an archaeological dig. And they said it was really old. And they think that they said that to Bob Lazar, and this is also something that Grush had said, that he had been told that one of those things had been recovered from an archaeological dig.
Well, thanks for making it impossible for me to sleep for a few days.
I think it's real.
Fuck.
I think it's real.